Okay,
All
that's
right, cool. You ready? We'll just watch it through.
Okay, that's
We'll
cool.
one run through first. All right.
Yeah.
We as dancers are in a constant quest within ourselves to find this precious treasure of uniqueness in expression. As a society, we are built around codes that makes us fit in social circles, communities, or industries. However, none of us wants to be the same or look the same. We're in a constant search of our true form. What is the true way to express ourselves in a world of codes in order to fit in groups and feel accepted? We get closer to this treasure and true form when we understand that this acknowledgement starts by listening to the story that you want to tell, and not the story that people is used to listen to. How many masks do we wear in this quest? Why try to fit in a culture that aims for just being yourself? Be you at your own cost.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Shut the fuck up talking to me! I don't rap circles around niggas, I do figure eights. Ring free a niggas, that shit your real estate. Mistakes make me raise up blades, hit the dinner plate. Same story, bitch, win a race. Lights, camera, action, close the slate. When tables turn, I'm making records break. Bump it to the DJ, make the Cito skip the plate. Break it, check it. Why are you still talking to me? Shut the fuck up! You satire, campfires to Al-Qaeda. I'm like the only lighter in Rikers. You're vampires, always fighting and sucking. Shit is nothing, no discussion. Concussion, you try to touch him on my mama. I was wrong, like a promise. From a fat bitch saying no more McDonald's I come from. When I work was honest, it's either getting shot at. I just hit the bottle to drown out the shatter. All these voices in my head had my brain all scattered. How I got more ill. When I stopped popping them pills, now I'm slanging bro pain like I'm king of the hill. Man, it's over for that lame shit, the ending is near. It's your finish, like you're
Wild, man. That's wild. Okay, you gotta walk me through like where did this idea I read the caption and it was like back in January you said like 6 months ago you were sitting in a cafe and you were like writing. But where do you even start? Because you also are a dancer and a choreographer, I feel like there's so many moving parts to like doing a video like this. I don't even know where you would start.
Everything starts from just explaining my story as a dancer. So it's really like I've been all my life like kind of frustrated to find the perfect path as a dancer, like the perfect way of moving, the learning all the techniques, like everything. What is the secret recipe to be the best dancer, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, all through these years, I've been dancing for already more than 20 years. So actually, there's no recipe. You really just have to be yourself. Like, I wouldn't say like I lost time, like finding all this, because I did a lot of classes and stuff like this. But I really find it out like I'm basically right now more focused in dance battles. I go to a lot of dance battles in the hip hop scene, and uh, when I focus a lot on like being correct, perfect technique, I usually don't pass the pre-selections in battles and stuff like this. And when I focus on being myself and just like expressing myself in the most weirdest way, it just works. It works out. and I pass and people like it, and oh, but I like how you dance and things like that. I'm like, just wow, damn. Because I've been all my life told like, yeah, you should dance like this, like this, like that. And when you go to battles nowadays, everybody's trying to dance the same way. So there's like a way of dancing so people like they accept you, So it's really hard to break with that. And that's when I thought, man, I've been trying to do a dance video all my life because I love cinema. I really love cinema. When I go to see movies, I really like um, most of the shots that I like are the ones that are is still cameras and it's like things happening. It looks like how you say that in English, a painter. Like
Mm.
I like when the camera is still and then there's things happening. I don't like too much when there's movement.
Movement, like camera movement, is
Yeah,
like not
you
your
know,
thing. Yeah.
I like when it's
Oh.
still. So most of the shots are still. So I said, okay, I'm going to explain this in a in a 3 minutes movie. And I've been also been inspired a lot by other dancers that started doing this. And I was like, I feel it's actually my time to do it. And I applied for like kind of a subsidy for dancers here in Netherlands, called the Summer Dance Forever. Like it's part of an event. And I actually got it with two other people. And I used the money to actually do the video.
What? That is insane, dude. That's insane. How much money did you win to,
I I, I won like 5,000 euros.
Yeah,
And I said to myself, I'm only going to use 1,000 for the video.
for the video?
Only
Yeah.
1,000, yeah. And the rest, I'm going to use it for traveling. And the thing is like, some of the sounds you hear at the beginning is actually been recording in Tokyo.
Like when you traveled.
Yeah, so the thing is like, there's a lot of like little things that have a certain meaning. When I went to Tokyo, I recorded like the birds.
So you recorded the birds here.
So
We as dancers
the birds and the rain and all of that is actually from a park in Tokyo. And I wanted to
Oh.
record that because when I was in that park, I was kind of having a certain feeling of loneliness. I did that trip alone. So I thought it was fitting really good this scene. And every single scene you're seeing right now in the beginning, it has a deep meaning in my trainings as a dancer. So like here in the bus, this
are in a constant quest within ourselves
yeah.
to find this precious treasure of uniqueness and expression. As a society, we are built around codes that makes us fit in social circles, communities, or industries. However, none of us wants to be the same or look the same. We're in a constant
A lot of these shots, like the sounds, are from Tokyo. I
Mhm.
understand.
Yeah.
Were you just recording sounds because you wanted to? Did you, or was it this from a video and you were recording a couple videos and?
So the beginning, this beginning was
Yeah.
not meant to be in the video.
Yeah, yeah.
It was only the second part. And this video, I had the idea to do it when I was in Tokyo. So I was like, okay, it will be cool if I record some sounds and I just add them in the video.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
all these locations of having a certain meaning of regarding stress, anxiety, and places that have a deep meaning within my dance journey in the past 2 years.
That's wild. That's wild. So did you come up with the idea when you were in Japan?
No, no, no. So the idea was like 1 year ago, and I just sit in a cafe. I was saying, and I started like how I do for this because now I'm going to do another video. It's that I just write. I put music in my headphones, and I start like writing stuff that I feel about this concept about anxiety of being the perfect dancer and all that. And this text is what came up. Like, of course, I just made it a bit more like readable,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's what came up from listening to the music and just like writing down. And then after I I recorded the video, I did all the shots and all that, and then I went to Tokyo. Yeah,
Wow. Okay, that's wild. And then, because you recorded all the dancing stuff first, and then that's what you're saying that this came after, like when you
yeah,
got back from.
yeah.
Wow.
I was like, actually, I need to put this text, and I need to put images, and I need to put sounds that are related to that.
That's crazy. So was the full video done? The dancing part of the video done already?
It
And
was
then
not.
you went,
It was not
and
edited. It was not
but it was
edited.
recorded.
It
It
was
was recorded.
recorded. Yeah, yeah.
Ah. And so for the black and white, the choice to do it in black and white and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
that concept, was that before shooting? Was that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah?
Everything was already write it down on the storyboard and the mood board.
Yeah, because I saw you have like you drew inspiration from certain films
Yeah,
and Kendrick's music video and stuff like
yeah.
that, and that also had like that kind of tone to it. So just going back to what you were saying before,
Yeah.
the still camera with, and you like it when it's on a tripod on sticks, and you like
Mm.
movement. Do you think that's because as a dancer, if you have camera movement as well as the movement of the body, it would be like too much movement? Or is it just a personal preference, you think?
I think it's just different kind of storytelling. Like if you use the camera moving and the dancer, I just feel you're explaining a totally different story. You're in a totally different mood. Like when the camera is still, I feel that the dancer, the actor that is being shot, is trying to explain something way more deeper. But when the camera is moving, I just feel it's too much commercial. It's too much action, you know?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
kind of I prefer it like this when it's actually still, because when the camera is still, you can take shots that are way more delicate. I don't know how to explain, but
Is
like
there any
more
specific shot that you're thinking of right now that would that in here that
uh yeah. I would say yes, that I wouldn't be able to do something similar if it was like that, you
like
know?
a moving camera?
It was the one with the hand like this.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Also, too, it's like there's so much layers to it because the movement in the background of all the other dancers, and then him being front center and still. I don't know. There's a lot of
Yeah.
layers to it, I feel like.
It is actually like just the fact that the camera is like still, but still like moving backwards, and then there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of movements, and the person is like still. It's telling so many things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you talked about your style of dancing.
Yeah.
That you called it weird or like when you do your own style. Is this technically this is the style that you are trying to show people, right? Like this. Do you think it works also because your style is very kind of wild? Because let's say you're doing something like more lyrical or like a little
Mm-hmm.
softer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that stationary camera would have the same effect?
It will not have the same effect. I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
what relates to a camera that it's still, or at least what I see, it's something elegant and usually used for explaining something beautiful to see. But the fact that the movement is so raw and that it's kind of violent, it makes a big contrast. And my style is not per se like this. It's the movement that you're seeing. It's mostly from this person, which is called Nino, and all the people that I chose for this video. They're really I really chose them specifically the way they because of the way they dance and the way they think about their dance, and it's been really inspiring for me the past 2 years. But I will say that what I'm trying to explain with this is that sometimes I'm trying to get out something from my body and I can't. So this produced a lot of violence in my movement, a lot of like um as what you can see in the video.
Yeah, like aggression. Like it's
Yeah, yeah,
very
it's really
yeah.
like throwing stuff. Sometimes it's what I want,
Yeah,
but
like
sometimes
impulsive. Yeah.
exactly. And
It's almost like you're not thinking,
mm,
you know, but it's
yeah,
obviously very calculated. It's like, I don't
yeah,
know. Okay. I was gonna ask like, how did you choose the dancers, right? And I guess you just explained it. Like you're inspired by their style, and I guess as a director, which is such a cool aspect, especially when you're doing a film like this. Because I don't know anything about this world. Like, this is amazing to me, even the way you guys move. So like, I have so many questions about like, how did you choose the dancers, and then like, how did you? I don't know. There's so much ideas of movement. It's not like that's the form of acting or saying lines, because you just no one's saying lines, but that's what it is. It's the expression of your body.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that is crazy. So you specifically chose just dancers that you were like, oh, I love your
Yeah.
style, and you'd be perfect for this idea, this message I'm trying to get across.
Exactly.
Damn.
So like the thing is like the people that put this seed on me about like just being yourself, it's one of the guys that it's in the video, which is called Mosey. Mosey is the
Alright.
guy that is whispering at the beginning.
Street knowledge.
Yeah, so this guy on the right, it's called Mosey, and his style is dance. It's really, he's always been defending the fact that just be free in your dance. And the way he dance is so honest. It's really honest. There's no filters. And that's when actually I'd said, okay, so I need four things in my video. Like there's four things. It's like in order to be a good dancer for me right now, you need to be honest with yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to be perfectionist. And at the same time, you need a body to actually put those things inside. You need to be the nothing, as what Bruce Lee says. You need to be nothing. And for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna choose one dancer that is gonna embody all those things. And the person that was going to embody all these emotions, it was Nino, which is the guy that is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that is embodying honesty, it's Mosey, this guy
Oh,
on the right.
yeah.
The person that is embodying love, it's Gogo, which is the guy on the right. Um, Gogo is an artist, he's a painter, dancer. He has his own brand. He's somebody that really he does art through love and pain. And it's really beautiful to see the way he moves because you can really see that he really loves himself and the others. So I said, okay, I need you to embody love. So they're all like being love, honesty, the nothing. And
Yeah.
then me, I'm a person that is being all my life. I've been all my life being super perfectionist. And that's why my dance always like has been so I didn't feel and actually um I never break this layer of freedom. So I said, okay, we need to put all these things together, do a video about it, and show it to the people. And I started building every scene, how I wanted things to go. And there's a person that helped me a lot because she told me, all your ideas super good, but super important transitions.
Ah, okay.
And I was like, okay, how I'm gonna do this? How I'm gonna put all these things together? And that's when I actually started to find which transitions were going to mesh for the whole story.
What?
Yeah.
So, oh man, there's so much like layers to this thing. I'm gonna like lose my train of thought just asking all these questions. Okay, first of all, we'll get to the transitions in a second because we'll go through them because I'm sure people want to see it. But the idea of, which is wild, like how you can pick dancers and like match them to a specific feeling or word like love, and how do you even get that skill? Because I bet you all other dancers who watch this, they understand exactly what you're talking about. They can watch these dancers and be like, that person embodies freedom. Like, where do you even learn that? Because I'm
Mm.
like, where do you even like? Is it just
Yeah.
watching other dancers? Where does it come from? I don't know.
Yeah. Because probably right now I'm talking like as if everybody could understand me.
No, but it's
Um.
amazing. Like because I can understand. There's certain aspects in my life that it's like video. I can
Mm,
tell when certain shots
mm,
feel like, it's I could explain it in my field. That's why it's so amazing to hear it. I
Yeah.
just want to know, like, can anyone pick this up? Do you have to be a dancer, or do you like where does
Um,
that even where do you get inspired to like think like that?
I think it's mostly about having conversations, and dancing with the people, because I dance mostly almost like 3-4 times a week with these people, and we train together, and after training we talk and we have deep conversations about what kind of movement we're trying to search for and explain, and every single person is actually defending their own way of dancing. So, and Mosey is really a person that talks a lot about freedom and honesty, and the way he's dancing, it's really off balance. You really feel he's gonna fall at any point, but he just trusts himself so much that he just goes. And for me, it just like it's honest. He's really explaining you something in a way that is not filtered. Gogo is a person that is always talking about love. Like most of his dance, it's motivated by love in the way he sees it or he feels it. So it's really like it's like poetry, I would say. Like he really uses a lot his hands, his head, so it really feels like he's talking to you and he wants to take care of you. That's what the feeling I have. But mostly it's about conversations. When you talk with them, you feel that what they're saying aligns a lot with their dance. Like it makes sense. The way they are, the way they say things, the way um they try to teach you stuff, because they teach me a lot of things. And then you see them dancing and you're like, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Like they say a lot in the dance scene, they say a lot that the way you dance is the way you are. So if you're a person that is always mad, you're gonna dance mad. If you're a person that is so caring with the others, your dance is gonna be really caring and really soft. So yeah, it's a bit about that.
Wow. It's so interesting to me, dude. This is amazing. Okay, cool. Let's speak about the transitions. You thought about obviously the video and stuff like that, and the transitions kind of came later. You're
Yeah,
saying because you got a bit of help. Wow, that's crazy. Because the transitions, there's a lot of transitions here that are amazing, from from scene to scene. It's like
yeah.
wild. And obviously, we'll start with this first one.
The strength of street knowledge.
So just that, where it's the locations too, because it's very specific.
So the transition comes with the fact that I heard the music for the first, like I was looking for a music for a song for this video, and I was kind of searching, checking on my Spotify all the songs I have that I really like. And there was one specifically that was extremely like all the time, like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I actually kind of like it. So I used it, but I felt that something was missing it for the beginning as an introduction. So I keep checking my songs. And I found another song that has a beginning that is really interesting, which is the whisper. And I said, okay, I'm going to just take the whisper and I'm going to add it to the song. So it's actually not the same song.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And when I heard the whisper, I was like, I need from a whisper to go to a screaming, because it's like a whisper and then there's a screaming. And I didn't know how I was going to match this. So I was like, okay, so somebody's going to whisper on the ear of somebody, and that person is going to be dragged by a hand inside the studio. And I was like, okay, which makes sense, because maybe the hand that is actually dragging you inside the studio, it's the hand of love,
Huh.
which is Gogo, but it's actually like it's really tricky. But the people that is whispering, the person that is whispering, it's your honesty. Honesty is whispering to you. Love is dragging you down to the studio, so everybody cheers for you. But you're so perfectionist that you don't hear any of this of that. It's just noise for you.
That's wild. That's a wild explanation, bro. What? Yo, yo, oh my god! Now I feel like I have to watch like, oh, okay, it makes sense now. Okay, okay, okay.
But
That's crazy.
I really, it's just like I really went scene by scene explaining the whole story. I didn't came with the whole thing at the at the once. I was listening to this to the music, and while I was listening to the music, I was like, okay, this is gonna be here, this is gonna be here, here's gonna be this, here's gonna be that.
Okay, yeah. And I guess that's so important, especially when you're like storyboarding it, to have the idea of like, I would say these characters or these entities of love and honesty and perfectionism. Cuz was having you guys as characters, that was first, I'm assuming, and then scenes came up and then you're almost attaching all these like little elements to it. Like that whole thing that you just explained about, you know, love bringing you to the studio. I'm like, what? That I think that's what makes it amazing. Yeah, sorry, my mind is like going 1,000 miles a minute right now.
I'm sorry for that.
No, dude, I think this is what makes me love doing this because I love feeling like this way, and I love when I see transitions because the transition is amazing. It's like when I saw it, I was like, yo. But now when you go a little bit deeper, it means even more. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
The representation of the studio, it's all the time is your head. It's like you're inside your head.
Your head. Okay.
Um when you're outside, it's just life, daily life. So what you see the people cheering in on the back of you, it's usually when you go to battles, a lot of people are being like cheered and like your friends are supporting you. But in this case, you're so perfectionist. So I, in this case, me, because Nino is actually is a representation of myself. Uh, I feel so, I'm so perfectionist, and I just don't feel enough that this people supporting me, just I don't feel anything. Like it's nothing for me. It's like I don't
You
hear
can't even
it.
hear them.
I can even don't even hear it. Yeah, I cannot even hear them. So the only thing that my mind is telling me is like, shut up. Like, shut up, people. I don't want to hear you because I know I'm not good enough. So that's why the guy's doing this.
Yeah.
And then when he starts dancing, it's when you get back to like, I get back to the real life, just like that's the representation of training and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It kind of goes deep, I feel like. But
No, that not kind of. It definitely does, bro. Like, what you mean? This
yeah,
is perfect. This is beautiful, man.
yeah.
Okay, so then tell me about this scene.
Yeah,
I'll
this
pull
is,
it
yeah,
quietly.
so,
And like the shot of you watching him
oh,
is
yeah,
like
so,
it almost feel now that you're saying it's like you watching yourself almost, or I
yeah,
don't know.
it's like that. So I'm like, I'm on myself. I'm trying to fight these demons by just dancing and releasing a lot of energy. Just like if you're trying to get the water off your body,
Yeah.
and that water is the representation of like you're not enough, you're not enough. And the fact that I'm watching myself like this is like my perfectionism looking at me and just saying, okay, that's cool. You dance good, but that's not enough. You need to keep
Mm.
going. And then the person comes and just like, you know, perfectionism sometimes treats you really bad. So it just throws you to the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you have like perfectionism, love, and honesty just going wild on you. Because sometimes when you feel a lot of stress, you don't know how to different these things. It's like you're trying to be honest with yourself, having self love, but at the same time, you have perfectionism there that is fucking you out. So it's like all these things is just so much, so much. And that's the representation of it. And just trying to get out of that, get out, get out, get out. And as soon as you get out, you again in your own head. That's when you get back to the studio. Boom. You cannot escape. Everybody's watching you. And so, yeah. So
Oh.
here, so here what you have is that you might not see it really well because it's really like, yeah, it's not really. I don't think in this shot I kind of did really good to explain it, but you see that it depends which person is dancing in the middle. The people on the sides are dancing differently.
Okay.
So when you have the honesty and love dancing, the people are really dancing their own way. They're really being themselves because they're using honesty and love. But as soon as it's perfectionism that is actually dancing, all of them are just dancing the way teachers teach you and tell you how to dance, which is by just showing you one thing and everybody's doing the same thing. So at the end, we're all looking the same. And
Yeah.
that's what everybody's trying to not do, trying to be the same. Because then you're not original, you're not different, you're not gonna make it if you look like everybody. You need
Isn't that
to.
such a weird concept? And it's not even just with dance. Like if you think about life in general, it's like
Yeah,
life teaches you to be the same as everybody.
yeah,
Um
yeah,
in general. And it's like they almost teach you that it's weird to stand out. Like you're weird for trying to stand out. But
exactly.
that's almost what makes you like unique, and that's what makes you cool, like to be weird or stand out. So like yeah, so now it's like okay, what them dispersing and all
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Wow. So how I can explain this? Like, sorry for my English is not like the
Dude,
best one.
if you speak 2 languages, you have nothing to apologize for. I don't give a
Okay,
shit.
let's go.
Don't even it doesn't matter.
So this is about the fact that people like come and go. I just wanted to represent that people are not always gonna be there. So like at that moment everybody was behind you and supporting you, but everybody's doing their own life at the end, so they're free to leave whenever they want. So they would just leave. You just have like love, honesty, and perfectionism, just like watching around, just seeing that now you're alone again. So because sometimes we rely on to people in order to keep going in life, but in this case, you're alone again, so you need to rely on the only thing that you have, which is your honesty and your love and your self-love. That's what the people gets together again here within Nino. And you just start walking just because I wanted to add some movement after.
Yeah. I let's talk about the movement because like this is so cool. Like the way
Huh.
that this is
Huh.
when you guys all kind of lean on them and then just
Yeah.
that movement. How does that? Because I don't know anything about dance or choreography. Like, how did in your head you're like perfect? Put our heads down. Like, let's just do it this way. Like,
Yeah.
what's the
Uh,
inspiration behind this? Is there any inspiration, or you just felt like, oh, this would be a cool kind of visual?
so there was one day at school because I was in a dance school in Paris, in France, for 2 years, and there was one of the exercises we had to do. It's to keep contact with the other people, with your shoulder or with your arm, but you had all the time to dance together and keep contact with each other. And at one point, you could have your head on like some other parts of the other body of the other person. And just this idea came because this really stick on me, like the fact that your head could like stick into somebody, but at the same time is the representation of like when somebody leans your head on your shoulder, is like it means I got you. So I was just feeling it was a right fit for that. So like you go and we will follow you, it's like
Yeah. And it
yeah.
almost feels like a transfer of energy. Like it's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
energy.
Yeah,
Now.
definitely. That shot we had like a little problem because we wanted to see the other person behind, but we can't really see him because he was
Yeah.
supposed to lean also on the
Yeah.
back.
Also, too, I think it's the angle, and you guys are using like a wider lens that almost
Yeah,
feels like a fisheye.
yeah,
So
we
like
wanted to
that,
use.
he would have to really be like, oh,
Mm,
even up above is gonna be tough, but or
mm,
if it was shot the other way.
yeah.
But I think this shot lower looks so, I don't know, it looks so good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted the low shot so we can really see the people's faces.
Yeah, and the movements are very exaggerated at
Mm,
this lower with this like fisheye type of vibe.
yeah,
So
definitely.
this this next transition, I like how you guys use the same action of you running across, and then like this
Yeah,
part, and then in here.
this took us so much time to do it.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Why did this take so much time?
Oh my god, because we had to do it on music. We had to do it on music at the same time because after we had it to we wanted to cut it on the right time, so we had to do it on music. So it's I think if you're not used to dance and you're a dancer and you don't use counts like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh.
you wouldn't be able to do it because us we were like leaning, and while we're leaning, both of us we had to count on our heads. I was supposed to run on the 3, he was supposed to run on the 4, so it really goes like cha cha. And sometimes we were messing up with the music and he was going first, or I was too slow, or he was too fast. So sometimes it was really difficult. I have like, I don't know, like maybe 15 videos of the same shot. It was so fun.
I didn't think about the counting because it's probably
Yeah.
everyone kind of maybe counts on their own, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. No, but I like how you guys matched it. Like the transition was beautiful. It was so fast. I don't think people noticed, but I was like, I appreciate that you guys did this in studio, both places. Okay, so now we're here. The
So yeah, this one I got inspired by a video clip from Kendrick Lamar. You might have seen it. So when I was looking for inspiration, I just looked up Kendrick Lamar because I'm really inspired by his video clips. I feel like there's such a deep meaning on what he's actually explaining on his video clips, and I kind of wanted something the same way. And when I saw the shot about the little girl and himself, I was like, wow, this really transmits what I want to say. Like kind of like the person that is sitting and the person that is behind is kind of like your past or like an emotion that is within you.
that's such a great idea with the past and stuff like that. Okay, my one thing is to do this in color. What was the idea?
Yeah, so what I wanted is like that I felt in the music it was too much like it was feeling too much anxiety every time the same beats and all that. So I kind of needed something to explain what peace means for me. And I decided that the best way to explain that it was like the sound of the beach, because I like the sound of the beach, makes me be relaxed, and I do relate a lot my dance with the movement of water. So I thought that I could like just like cut at some point and just transport all of this into the beach, because usually when you see at the beach you see no ends, but you feel peace, and that's like the eternal love and peace we're all looking for. And so as soon as like Gogo touches his shoulder, it transports him to that place, which is peace, which means like as soon as love reaches you,
Yeah.
you you can go to that place. Like
It's your fantasy.
um,
Yeah. And the color, because you chose that specific scene for to use color.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, because that's why like it's like as soon as you find peace, is you see colors, you can see details, you start seeing things where you wouldn't, like they wouldn't matter before. I don't know. I think that using color was going to explain that better.
So coming back from peace though, totally different movements and
Like this is something they used to say a lot in Paris when I was living there, and is that as soon as you like they say that they refer Paris as the jungle uh, for the dance scene, mostly in this dance in the freestyle dance scene, because you have two type of scenes. You have the more commercial and choreography scene, which is like where all the dancers that does choreography and dance for artists are. And then you have the freestyle scene. There's a bit more underground, it's a bit more related to the old school hip hop. In the freestyle dancing in Paris, they used to say that it's a bit like the jungle. Like you really have to uh, find yourself in there, where it's your place to go to be. Find your people, find your community, because otherwise you're going to be lost in that jungle because it's chaos. Everybody's fighting for being a dancer, living their life, win money. Some people are nice, some people are really not nice with you. You cannot trust everybody, so it's kind of difficult, you know. Mostly in Paris, it's like kind of the war. Everybody's trying to fight for their place and to be recognized as the best. So for me, that scene is a bit like that. It's like you're in peace, but then you come back to it, and it's complete jungle. Like you have everybody around you dancing, everybody has their own style, and you have to stand out from all that.
That is crazy. This
Mm.
whole video is amazing,
Oh,
and
thanks.
just like the understanding, dude.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you have a certain talent for making videos and dancing and movement and like the deeper meaning behind everything. And you said you're working on a part two or like another video, maybe not a part
So
two.
I'm not working on a part two yet. I know there's gonna be a part two about this because I feel there's something that is unfinished, that is yet to be told. The second part of this video is definitely gonna happen. I'm pretty sure about it. I'm just waiting to have the skills to do it because it's something that is gonna require, I feel like, a bit more of budget, more people behind it, and even locations. I really want to do like something in a theater, like
Mm.
having a whole theater for myself, and I feel that requires a lot of like time and contacts. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Scheduling a lot of producer work, or like
Ooh, yeah.
just
Yeah.
scheduling a lot of people. Even this getting three of your friends to do something is wild. To get all these people is fucking insane, bro.
No, it's crazy. Like, and even these people, they're so busy in their lives. They really did it like for the love. Like they really said like we want to support you with this, and but we almost it almost didn't happen because one of the people didn't knew if he wanted to do it. So and I was
Is
really
there?
feeling
Can you
like
say why that they didn't know if they wanted to do it, or is that like?
no, just because sometimes like dancers we really act on the feeling of like things. It's not really a meaning. We just say like I feel it or I don't feel it. And one of the dancers, they were like, yeah, I'm a bit busy right now, I don't feel it too much and stuff. And I was really like one of the other dancers, they were telling me, yeah, but we'll find somebody else. And I was like, no, 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 this video cannot happen without these
Wow.
people. Like I cannot do it with other people, otherwise it will feel weird.
Having other people believe in you that much, like this project can't go on, is such a great feeling, and not everyone gets that.
Yeah,
So it's you have some great instincts about like what you want, like perfect in terms of like directing and vision. Like you can't just replace an actor like this or a dancer. Um,
definitely. Oh,
and it shows. You know,
yeah.
this was amazing. So damn,
Thank
dude,
you, thank you.
if your future self could see this and see where you are, what do you have to say to him?
Phew, this is like really a question that I never thought they were going to ask me. Uh, Oof. I'll say, um, just do it. Whatever crazy things you think is crazy or weird, just listen to your instinct. Is if you feel that it has to be made, just do it. If it doesn't turn out as good as you thought, doesn't matter because at least it's done. It's not the feeling of like, oh, I want to do this. It's just I need to do this. It's really the needing to do it, to say something, to just do your way of talking. So just I would say just yeah, just do it.